Good morning, everyone. We're going to be letting everyone file in. Good morning, everyone. Just waking up here. We're going to get going here shortly. Letting people file right on in. I think as many people as we have helping with this, the better. So we'll give it a few more minutes here, and we'll get started. I'm drinking some tea here. It is organic throat coat, lemon and echinacea. I don't even know how to say that word. Echinacea. That's probably it. Yeah, it's organic medicinals. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and get started here. We're on our way to California. You guys probably already knew that. Today, we're going to be blasting people such as the Los Angeles Times, Joe Rogan, what's up, guys, and also Infowars. So those are the three. We're also going to go back over a few of the others from yesterday, in case anybody that's tuning in has not seen any of these ones. But we're going to be trying to get the local media involved so they can get the local population involved and get them aware of what's going on in their state. So we're going to start with the Los Angeles Times. If anybody's unaware of what exactly we're doing, we're going to be contacting these people on all platforms that you have. There's also things like the websites. So we're going to start with the LA Times. If you guys have a Twitter or Facebook, go ahead and tag them on social media. Let them know that Alex Glasgow is wanting an interview and that the People's Convoy is going to be at the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Here's a little bit of the reasoning here. If you would like a little bit of insight as to what you should be saying, or a little bit of a template on what I would probably say. You can make it anecdotal, but just to give you a little bit of insight there, they can contact me at raidglasgow@gmail.com. That is raidglasgow@gmail.com. And we're going to be trying to get the local media involved. And if they don't know we're coming, then they're not going to come and feature us or be prepared to feature us. So Los Angeles Times, we've got their phone number in the bottom right, 213-237-5000. We've got their Twitter, and we've also got their Facebook at the top there, at LA Times on both Twitter and Facebook. The letter to the editor, that is www.latimes. I should speed this up. Let's speed this up. latimes.com / This the one? No, that's not it. I think it's this one. Filter. No. There we go. Filter. Speed that up because it's kind of a big. So latimes.com / opinion / submit letter to the editor. Honestly, let's try to make this a little smaller. It'll probably go faster. It's probably a little better there. We'll go even smaller because it is a big one. Honestly, I don't know if I have it still copied, so we're just going to leave that how it is. But if you go to www.latimes / I think it's concerns. I'm going to make it smaller. I should have just made it. Boom. And you know what? I can go to the properties here. Okay, so latimes.com / opinion / submit letter to the editor. And it's going to look something like we have on the screen here. And you can scroll down, and it's going to have a email section. Go ahead and put raidglasgow@gmail.com in there, and let them know that the People's Convoy is coming to LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally, and that Alex Glasgow would like to have an interview with them. either before or during. I made a little bit of a blast reasoning. So if you'd like to know a little bit of a template on what I would suggest you put in there, I would also suggest you kind of personalize it as well. This is just an idea. If you would rather just focus on the People's Convoy being in LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally, or you think that I should be talking to these people myself, I'm open to either one, as long as these local media outlets are getting involved, and we're going to make them do their jobs. If they're not covering this, they're not doing their jobs. So we're going to be contacting LA Times. If y'all have contacted LA Times via the phone number at the bottom right, 213-237-5000, you can call them and leave a message with something similar to the blast reasoning that I put here, or you can kind of create your own, but I would say, put my email in there, so they're contacting me for an interview if they want one. If you think this is a good idea, getting the local media involved to get the 40 million local population of California to get aware, I'm sure there's a number of people that are aware, but I guarantee you that there's a bunch that are not, because there's people all across this country I've ran into convoying that just have no idea what we're doing, why we're convoying, why we're going to California even. And I'd be surprised if anybody's tuning into my stream this early that doesn't know what these California mandates are. I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. Okay. I think I might need to go blow my nose. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this screen. You guys can call them, leave a message, tag them on all your social media. Be right back. Yeah, baby. Let's go. All right. I am back. If y'all have called, left a message, tagged them on Twitter, tagged them on Facebook, let them know the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Let them know that Alex Glasgow is not afraid to have a conversation with them if they'd like to interview me. And this is going to be one of the focus points for this morning. The LA Times and latimes.com/opinion/submit letter to the editor. And again, it will look something like this. You can scroll down, put in raidglasgow@gmail.com if they would like to contact me for an interview. Next up, hopefully you guys are having fun. Actually, you know what? Let's hang out here for a second. If y'all have already contacted these people, go ahead and put some hammers in my chat. I want to see hammers in my chat if you guys have contacted these individuals and you're ready to go to work. I didn't find an email for them. Well, I guess this is the email. Like once you submit a letter to the editor, this would probably be considered an email. I didn't see an actual email address. But Mark Leisure, thank you so much. Give Alex a thumbs up on his YouTube channel. Yeah, baby. Give me a thumbs up. But right now the call to action is the local media in California, getting the audiences of the local media involved, because I'm sure the local population of 40 million is the majority of the local media's audience. So if you think getting the local media involved and letting them know we're going to be at the Defeat the Mandates rally in LA on April 10th is a good idea, and getting our story out there and making them do their jobs, right? Hold them accountable. One thing I was saying yesterday is I really feel like I'm good at calling bullshit out when I see it, excuse my language, or calling it how I see it in the spur of the moment. A lot of these press outlets, they like to raise interesting questions that, when I say interesting, I mean entrapping. A lot of these fake news outlets, they like to raise questions that are entrapping, and they hope that you'll answer in a certain way. And I kind of sniff that stuff out before it starts, and I think I'm pretty good at addressing nonsense. So next up, we're going to be doing Joe Rogan. What up, Joe Rogan? Hey, listen, we all know that you've had to deal with the fake news. We all know that you've had to deal with the censorship from the big tech oligarchs, okay? And I think it's time to stand up. Mr. Joe Rogan, we would love your endorsement, and I would love to be on your podcast. And if you want to know more about me and the People's Convoy and my journey with a whole month with them, feel free to reach out to me at raidglasgow@gmail.com. You can also contact Mr. Joe Rogan and put in the message section there that, again, we're going to be at the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th, although I doubt he's going to come out of his podcasting studio and come on down and enjoy the nice weather on the beach with us or whatever. But raising the awareness to him, letting him know that I want to have a conversation and that we're not scared to have that initial ice-breaking moment is a good thing. And everybody that wants to get involved at home, please do so. Like, if I was to contact Joe Rogan just individually, he'd be like, who the heck is this guy? What the heck is the People's Convoy? Or something along those lines. So the more people we have messaging him and trying to contact him and getting him aware, the more it's going to be on his radar, and the less he's going to be able to ignore it. The way I put it to Trucker G yesterday is, this idea was inspired from Fried TV Now. Excuse me. This idea was inspired from Fried TV Now, and the first time I got raided, let's just put it like this: if one person came into my chat room with putting French fries in my chat, I'd probably be like, who the heck is this one guy just putting French fries? He must be eating French fries, right? But no, when you have 50 people, when you have 100 people, when you have 1,000 people reaching out to one outlet, they're going to be like, whoa, okay, there's a million French fries in my chat. What's going on here? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to deep fry these media outlets. Joe Rogan isn't really a local media outlet. He used to be in California, so he also, not only has he dealt with the fake news, not only has he dealt with the censorship, he's talked with Dr. Robert Malone, who has spoke with us. They put Joe Rogan and Dr. Robert Malone's podcast on congressional record, so he knows that, and he's from California, and he moved from California because of the legislation that they try to make into law over there. So he knows the California needs to stand up. He knows how important it is. Mr. Joe Rogan, if you'd like to have a conversation with us, hey, we're right here, bud. I've got a mic. You've got a mic. We've got Mike on stage, Mr. Mike Landis. Lots of mics. Mike Mattingly at funkyfathers.com. Let's go, baby. So, if y'all have contacted Joe Rogan, if you have tweeted at him or tagged him on Facebook or contacted Mr. Joe Rogan via his website, please put some hammers in my chat. Let me know you've done that. Get me amped up. I want to see all the hammer emojis in my chat. I'll give you a second to look for those. Yes, what Fry is doing is great. I got the inspiration for this deep frying tactic to the media outlets from him and his deep frying and rating of channels. Yeah, again, to anybody that doesn't know, big shout out to Big D, username Big D. He set me up. I mean, I've been talking about this like idea for a while on my stream, and he set me up with Maverick Multimedia, and within hours I had to pull over on the side of the road, middle of convoying, and we had a good 30-minute interview with Maverick Media. Shout out to Canada and everyone up there. So, we've already taken this idea and we made it work with just one person, right? Maverick is kind of the thing. I'm not sure really how big they are, but they're not a Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's got a lot on his plate. So if you think Joe Rogan should join the fight with us and speak up a little bit more about what's going on, please contact him at joerogan.com/contact, and it will take you to this page. You can put raidglasgow@gmail.com in there, subject to People's Convoy, and then the messaging you can kind of make it anecdotal if you like, but I did create like a little bit of a template. I wrote, Alex Glasgow would like to have a conversation or interview to raise awareness about the People's Convoy. The People's Convoy will be in LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Bring your smiles and cameras, or contact Alex via email, raidglasgow@gmail.com. And something else I should have put in there, but I've been harping on it so much that I almost forgot. But these California bills that we're convoying to California for. So, if you think contacting the media and getting the media involved is something that we should be doing, please reach out to LA Times /opinion/submit to letter to the editors. Put in Raid Glasgow, and then that's a local outlet. Joe Rogan's not really a local there in California, but he used to be, so he understands what's going on. And next up, we're going to be contacting Infowars. We're going to try to focus on when you come to this page, which is Yeah, I couldn't really find an email. I just put this together really quick last night. You can tag them on social media as well. I'm sure it's really easy to find them. But I did find the number, which is right here. And when you're on this screen right here, and that, like in the bottom rightish, right above Alex Jones's picture, there's a call button, or you can just take the number straight from the screen here. Give them a call, let them know that Alex Glasgow wants to have a conversation, or that the People's Convoy is going to be at the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th, and we want open dialogue. We want the world to know that we're still out here convoying, and that there's a lot of work to be done. We're only a month in. This war just started. So if you think Alex Jones and the War Room with Owen Schroyer should get involved with the People's Convoy and feature us on their channel, then contact and call them at 877-789-2539. Give Infowars a call. Put some hammers in the chat. Let me know that you've done this. Get me hyped up, get me amped up. It's early. I didn't even get coffee. I'm drinking tea. So help me wake up, get me amped up. Put them hammers in the chat. Let's put the hammer down on the media. I do believe that Infowars is local to LA. I do believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm almost certain. I could be wrong, but does it say right here? I'm pretty sure they're local to LA. But yeah, if you think getting the media involved is important and it's something we need to do, especially the local media, because California has 40 million people out of the 330 in our country. They're a huge state. They have 40 elected House reps. 40 million out of the 330 million, that's like what, a 12th of the population or something, like a 10th something. I don't do the math for me. So out of the 40 million population of California, we need people to stand up. Like, look, Joe Rogan, he's got 8.5 million followers on his Twitter. He's got 7.1 million followers on his Facebook. And California has 40 million people populating their state. 40 million people populating California. So even if you combined, let's just say that his Facebook and his Twitter was his 8.5 million and his 7.1 million. Let's just say those were all different people on both, like different people on both outlets, right? You add those together, it's still not 40 million people. We got a lot of people to reach and make sure that they're aware of what's going on in their state. Again, I'm from Ohio. I'm not a constituent of California. What I feel like I'm called to do is get the Californians involved, the local population of California, get them involved, get them to stand up. Because if they don't know what's going on, then they're not going to stand up. And if these outlets like LA Times and Joe Rogan and Infowars, if they don't know what's going on, then they're not going to come, right? So please put some hammers in the chat. Contact these people. Let me know you've done so afterwards by putting those hammers in the chat. Let's go to work, baby. Let's go to work. Again, this is for people at home too. Getting you guys involved. There's a lot of people whose vehicles can't make it, or they have kids or jobs they can't just convoy across the country for a month. I've been with the convoy for a whole month. I was impacted by these mandates on 2 different occasions with the same company, and had 2 different jobs rescinded from me due to these mandates. So right now I feel like my place is with the convoy. I do have a job lined up whenever I'm done working with the convoy or working as an independent journalist alongside the People's Convoy, however you want to put that. But we're going to get the other media involved. I'm just a small fry in I'm just a small fish in the sea of YouTube. But again, shout out to Fry TV Now for inspiring me to take his deep frying idea from boosting new channels and getting them viewership and getting them past the 1,000 sub mark. And we're going to be applying that deep fry tactic to the local media in and around Los Angeles, California, baby. Let freedom reign. Let's go. Hashtag free George. All right, so the 3 that I added today was LA Times. We're going to go back over them real quick for anybody that's just tuning in. Go ahead and pause this and do what you got to do if you need to take down any of the information. The phone number down here is 213-237-5000. So if you can call them, you can tag them on social media. Go ahead and pause that if you need to. We're also going to be contacting Joe Rogan, see if he wants to get involved and join the fight in his former state. We're going to be contacting Infowars. These are the new additions for round 2 of the Media Blast podcast. And the ones we did last night, for anybody that's just tuning in, we contacted Anomaly. So that's Anomaly with a 0. If you would like to get involved and contact Anomaly with a 0 at Legendary Energy, shout out to Today with Julius. He's the one that informed me of Anomaly. Apparently they're friends of some sort, so that'd be neat if we could get Anomaly on board. Again, he's got 1.6 million on his Facebook. He's got 263K on his Facebook, and he has 166 I don't even want to say that followers on Twitter. Now, that's Anomaly with a 0. Again, Joe Rogan, if you add up Joe Rogan and Anomaly's subscribers on both their channels, it still doesn't equal up to the population of California, that of 40 million people. Okay, so we got a lot of people to reach out to. We got a lot of people to reach out to. There's a lot of Californians that need to know, and we need to make sure that they're aware what's going on in their state. So, and again, for anybody that doesn't know, this is what's going on in their state. 12-year-olds with the ability to get a vaccine without their parents' knowledge or consent. They're trying to deputize medical boards. They're trying to make it so doctors cannot speak out against whatever the government deems as misinformation. Not good. They're trying to make it so members of the legislative body can be removed for interrupting a meeting. So, like, I object. Kick him out. Get him out of here. It's not good. Not good at all. All right. So, yep. We did contact Drew. We contacted Drew Hernandez last night. It was a late night, late night episode. We clocked in for the night shift last night and did a little practice run, I guess. And look, y'all, I don't know if my video's skipping here and there. I know my audio's good, but there's no time for perfection. I'm working on hotel Wi-Fi on a MacBook that probably doesn't have the biggest processor in the world. And, yeah. And I'm new to this whole media thing as far as, doing it online. I was an assistant marketing manager for about a year. I spent about 4 years in marketing in general throughout my 33 years of life. And the last 6 years of my life, I've been a wind technician in the wind energy, renewable energy. And 2 years of that, I was a lead technician. So right now we're trying to lead the charge on getting the local media of Los Angeles and surrounding areas involved. Let them know that the California mandates or the California legislation they're trying to pass into law is evil. We don't want it. The Californians, anybody that hears that a 12-year-old is getting the ability to get a vaccine without their parents' consent or knowledge, just knows that that's wrong, okay? And all this stuff is wrong, in my opinion. Let freedom reign. This is the land of the free. Our country was founded on freedom. This stuff needs to go. I almost said a bad word. So, today, and we'll probably do it, or I know we are going to be doing an episode 3, but if you guys have I'm reading my chat. Yo, everybody in my chat loves Anomaly. That's Anomaly with a 0 to anybody that doesn't know. Drew Hernandez. Kim A, you're doing a great job helping the chat out. I've been sitting here motor mouthing it. So, morning Alex from Trish. Coffee trying to wake up here. Yeah, I started with tea this morning. I probably will get some coffee, but I wanted to start off with tea. I've got like a little bit of a throat coat thing here. Let me show you. Oop. It's pretty good. It's literally the best tea I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Jen and Robert for getting this for my birthday on the 5th. So, yeah, it's very, very delicious. So we're contacting today LA Times. Again, my email is raidglasgow@gmail.com. Let them know that Alex Glasgow wants to have an interview with them and that the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Get them involved. Make them do their jobs. Let's go. We got to get the California media involved because the California local population is watching the local media for the most part, or more likely to, and their bases are started, or you get what I'm saying. California's got to stand up. I'm still waking up. Maybe I should have started with coffee. I'd be amped up right now. But if you guys want to help amp me up, put some hammers in the chat. Let me know you've contacted Joe Rogan, LA Times, Infowars, Anomaly, Drew Hernandez, KTLA5, phone number right there. Pause that if you need to get on any information. Pause the screen right there. Write it down, whatever you need to do. Same with Drew Hernandez. Same with Anomaly. Same with Infowars. Same with Joe Rogan. Same with the LA Times. So I'm going to give you guys some time here. go ahead and I'm gonna bring up my little template here. This is just a short little paragraph that I wrote. And we can even add some stuff here. And all mandates where we can put in stop the evil legislation, something like that. I mean, you can personalize it, whatever you want to do. We've got hammers in the chat. Let's go. Sally P, thank you for going to work from home. That's what's up, baby. Let's go. Look, anybody at home that wants to participate in this convoy, and I know there's a lot of people at home that want to participate that just cannot. So this is a way to get you all involved at home, get you guys involved with the fight, and getting the local media to stand up and inform the local population. Okay. LA Times, Anomaly, Drew Hernandez, KTLA5. These are all people that we're working on, and we're going to be doing an episode 3. Okay, so have them contact Alex or Raid Glasgow at gmail.com. They can come subscribe to my YouTube channel. They can watch this video, share this video, like this video, comment on this video. Let me see the hammers in the chat. But share. Sharing is caring. We have to reach the people that need reached. We have to awaken the people that need awakened. We cannot be an echo chamber. So I am not afraid to reach out to people like LA Times and KTLA5, or we're going to be doing around 3 too. We're probably going to be addressing some of the more liberal or progressive leaning outlets. And I don't care. Let them try to twist my words. I feel like I'm pretty good at rebuttaling and calling it how I see it and addressing those Lori's alarm's going on. Yeah, so I'm not afraid to address those more liberal outlets. They try to raise those questions that will try to entrap you into saying something dumb. But Herb Peddler, back on the road now. I'm glad that you're catching up and that you got your car taken care of. And I'm sorry to hear that your car was broken down, Herb. Cynthia Hazuda, end the Emergencies Act. She says, end the 1976 National Emergencies Act, end the Emergency Powers Act. Get a hold of Glenn Beck. Yeah, we did a little bit of a blast to him the other day. Or at least we were going to. We did do Steven Crowder, though, for sure. Glenn Beck, yeah, he's on the list for sure. So is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is on the list. And so is, Turning Point USA. I'm also going to be looking at Lexit, the Latino organization. They're already here. They're already involved. I'm probably going to just do an interview with them on one of my live streams when I'm down with the convoy. Because shout out to Lexit, the Latino organization that's all around the country. They're already here. I spoke with a gentleman this morning, actually, like right before I started this podcast, and got his information. Seems like a really solid dude. And let's get everybody involved. The more people that are involved, the better. Look, big shout out to username Big D, because I was talking about what I'm going to be doing with this Media Blast podcast for a while now. And he set me up with an interview. He contacted, because I was driving, and I can't just, when we're driving 8 hours a day, I can't just be like sitting there behind my phone and texting and looking people up and trying to contact people myself. So getting everyone at home involved and getting them to join the fight and help out these live streamers and help get the word out however we can is crucial. because spreading awareness is the most important thing we need to do. So round of applause for everyone at home that is putting the media on blast, letting them know that Alex Glasgow wants to have an interview and that the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. I've organized my thoughts on these issues quite well. I feel like if anybody's watched any of my content or would like to watch my content or see how I address some of these California mandates, we don't have to run over them again. But I did get to educate the local Big Spring Police Department on this stuff, and they were very receptive. It was a very good interview. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. It's titled Someone Called the Cops or something like that. I know the thumbnail is Someone Called the Cops, so check that out. Again, we're going to run through all these again real quick, and then I'm probably going to get off of here and head up to the spot. We woke up early to do this. Ted Cruz came to Washington, D.C. to talk to us. Everybody already knows that Ted Cruz is a supporter of what we're doing, and that accountability for the 2.5 years of the pandemic needs to be had. The violation of our constitutional rights, the accountability to those violations need to be had. And it's time. It's time. If anybody's heard me talk about perverse incentive or Title 18, Title 666, yeah, look that up. Actually, you want me to do it for you? I'll do it for you. You did hear that right. Yeah, 666. It's 666. Yes, you did hear that right. It's crazy. And this is what they're doing. It's basically incentive. It's criminal activity for incentives being involved, etc., etc., etc. Government or agencies receives in any 1 year period benefits in excess of $10,000 under a federal program involving a grant, contract, subsidy, loan, guarantee, insurance, and other form. Go ahead and look that up yourself. Okay, but I'm going to look up just real quick perverse incentive. Right? I mean, we'll just click on the Wikipedia one. It's quick, easy. Look. The Cobra effect. Shout out to Tim Pool. In India, during British rule, they started giving away incentives for dead cobras because they had a cobra infestation. And what happened is people started breeding cobras for income, right? And when the government found out about it, they stopped the program, and everyone released their cobras into the wild and made the problem worse than it was when it started. Okay, now during the COVID response, there's been 4 or 5 incentives. You got the compliance with businesses or they lose funding, federal funding. You've got compliance with states or they lose federal funding. You've got the incentives. Look at that. You've got the incentives for the testing. So if you test positive, they get an incentive. If they're on the ventilator, they get an incentive. If they get a death certificate, they're incentive. So that's 5 incentives for the COVID response. The numbers are inflated, in my opinion. It's just how I see it. So you can have them contact raidglasgow@gmail.com if you want them to have an interview with me, and I'll lay out my opinions. Hopefully my voice is better. I've been trying to conserve it. It's actually a little sore right now, and Lori is just now waking up, kind of. So I told her I was going to be doing a podcast at 6 a.m. I warned her. So she was aware of that. But in any case, if you think getting the local media is involved to awaken the local population is a good idea, please contact LA Times on their Twitter, their Facebook, call them, find an email, whatever, write this stuff down and get to work from home. Put those hammers in my chat, let me know you've done so, amp me up. Contact Joe Rogan, let him know that, hey, we're with you, bud. We understand what it's like when the censorship starts getting too intense and Joe Rogan, you moved out of California due to the legislation that they've tried to pass in the past. So this California legislation they're trying to pass right now is not even one of the reasons why you moved. So please, please, please endorse the People's Convoy if you would like to, if you think it's a good idea. California is a conduit state to all these blue and purple states. It's a gateway. We don't want these evil mandates in our country or other states or California. And being, again, that California has 40 million people out of the 330, we really, really need Californians to stand up and shut this down. Let freedom reign, baby. Let's go. Contact Drew Hernandez, KTLA5, Anomaly with a 0 at Legendary Energy. Infowars, number 877-789-2539. Joe Rogan, the man himself. You can click on, or you can type in that, the web address right there, joerogan.com/contact, and it'll take you to this page. Put in, my email address, rayglasgow@gmail.com, subject People's Convoy, whatever you want to do. You could even try to put your name in there, but what we're trying to do is deep fry these people so they get the message, so we get the message across. If we've got 1,000 people messaging to them about 1,000 different issues or whatever, or 1,000 different trying to set up 1,000 different interviews, it's not going to happen. So if you support this channel and you support what I'm doing out here, or you just want to simply let them know the People's Convoy is going to be at the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th, then contact Joe Rogan. And if you reach out to him for an interview from me, he doesn't have to, it's not time specific with the April 10th. So Infowars, Joe Rogan, and LA Times. Trish says, great interview that I had with the police. Thank you very much. Alright, so what do you guys think? Have you guys gone to work? Have you gone to work? Please share this video. It's pretty early. A lot of people might not even be tuning in, but please share this video, get it out, get people involved that are not currently here, and share it to the Facebook group, share it to the Twitters, share it to the Instagrams, wherever we feel it's necessary. Telegram, Gab, whatever you have, Getter. Let's get her done. We've got more hammers in my chat. Awesome. Thank you so much. Plays in the dirt, threw a couple umbrellas in there. Sandy Gilbert, freedom, baby. Let's go. Kim A, always bringing substance to the chat. Good job, Kim A. And Salty is Aussie. Awesome. Trippin' Falls. That's an interesting name. Brody tracked like farm animals. Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing. So if you guys think that getting the local media involved to awaken the local population is a good idea, please contact all of these outlets. Let them know we're coming. If they don't know we're coming, then they're not going to come. And if they don't know that we want to have an interview, then it's never going to happen. So I'm calling on all patriots from home that want to get involved and want to join the fight to help get the media involved. We have to free the press so the press can free us. We have to make them do their jobs. We all know that there's a lot of fake news outlets out there that aren't doing the best coverage, or they could be doing better, etc., etc., etc. I don't know if I left any of those fake news. Oh yeah, the fake news. We got to get the real news out there, y'all. So please, 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 please contact people like Joe Rogan, LA Times, Infowars, Anomaly with a 0 at Legendary Energy, and Drew Hernandez and KTLA5. Those are going to be our laser focus outlets for the moment. Again, big shout out to user Big D, who within hours we ended up getting a live interview with Maverick Multimedia. Shout out to Maverick for hosting me. I felt like it was a good conversation, and I even watched it and listened to you guys after I was off air with you, and I definitely subbed up. So big shout out to Maverick Multimedia. Go follow them as well. You don't got to put them on blast. We already had the interview. We already I mean, we've already had progress with what we're trying to do with people like KTLA5, with Maverick Multimedia. We're trying to do the same thing with Drew Hernandez. We're trying to get him on board. Same thing with Anomaly with a zero. Same thing with Infowars, Joe Rogan, LA Times. These are the 6 that we're focusing on right now. So get to work from home. Get ready to clock in. Put those hammers in the chat. If people are wondering what they should be saying, I made a little template right here. I'll leave this. My voice is it's actually more sore than it was when I went to bed last night. My back, that is. But I slept probably better than I would have if I was in my car. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to leave this screen up for a little bit. Do a little stretching. A little yawning. Like I said, I didn't start off with coffee this morning. I started off with tea, so I hope you guys are awake and energized and ready to go to work from home. Contacting all these outlets that I've been blasting so far. We've got 6 of them in round 2 here. And I'm going to keep these 6 up, and we're probably going to breeze through them in the next episode, but we're going to be adding more to the list for the next episode. So stay tuned to that. But now is the time. April 10th is just a few days away. We need everyone at home to be clocking in, putting in work, and getting the local media of California and surrounding areas involved so that they can awaken the local population to the evil mandates that the legislators in California are trying to make law. So please, thank you for your help. It's going to take a team to make it. I keep saying that. But welcome to the Alex Army, and we're doing different things over here. We're doing things that nobody else is doing. Okay, so if you support this, please, please, please help out. We got a lot of things coming in the future as well. We're going to get nothing but better. So I guarantee you my laptop's probably getting hot by now. Yeah, it is. It's probably causing it to get even more glitchy than it normally would be. But that's okay. We're going to be getting better equipment as time goes on. We've actually got a business account coming at some point, I do believe. That is if Sequel Zero, shout out to you. Let's just say that. Looking forward to seeing you when we get the chance. Oh goodness! Thanks, cool coffee chat. It's not just a chat. It's not just a chat, Sally P. But I think you already put hammers in my chat. But just letting you guys know, this is not a chat. This is a call to action. I know you. I think whoever wrote that, Sally P. I think you already put hammers in chat, indicating that you contacted these people. But this is not just a chat. This is a call to action. Getting everyone involved from home who wants to help join the fight and thinks that getting the media involved is a good idea. I think it is. We have to free the press so the press can free us. We can't be giving them no fake news, and if we're doing interviews with them, there's going to be a lot less fake news to go around. So contact them. Let them know that Alex Glasgow wants to have an interview. They can reach me at rayglasgow@gmail.com. Co-sider. No, I did not. Sony, the convoy is going to Sacramento after Los Angeles. That is correct. Mike, yesterday morning announced that we're going to be staying around LA for a few days so we can go to the beaches and hang out and enjoy the West Coast, and then we're going to be going to Sacramento afterward. Red Road says, thank you, Alex. Thanks for doing this. It's so important. I agree. Thank you so much. To anybody else that thinks that getting the media involved in the California and surrounding areas is important. Again, Joe Rogan isn't one of those people that is in California at the moment, but he left California because of the legislation that California likes to pass. He wasn't even in the state when they tried making this California legislation law. So if we can reach out to him and let him know about these mandates, maybe he doesn't even know. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on. And being that he's a busy guy, we need everyone at home to be contacting Joe Rogan and let him know that the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Okay. Again, huge shout out to Fry TV Now for inspiring me to do this Media Blast podcast via his deep frying new channels and getting them relative amounts of subscribers and viewership to help get the word out. You know, we're going to take all the minnows, and we're going to create a big swath so that we will be seen by and feared by any aquatic life in the ocean, that of Joe Rogan at the time. You know, he's a busy guy, and like I said with the deep fry thing, if one person in my chat was just sending me a French fry, I'd probably be like, oh, he's probably eating French fries, cool, right? But when you got 50 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people putting French fries in your chat, you're gonna be like, what's up with these French fries? Like, what in the world? So, you know, we want to make sure that they see our message. You know, contact Joe Rogan on his Instagrams, his Twitters, his Facebooks, tag the People's Convoy, let him know Alex Glasgow wants to have a chit chat with him, open dialogue. We want to have a conversation and get the word out, and you know, tell this story as much as we can. We want to get involved with Infowars, either the Alex Jones Show or the War Room with Owen Schroyer. Okay. Alex, I sent your message to Greg Kelly at Newsmax. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't on the media blast for the day, but thank you very much, Greg Leisure. We are going to be doing some other ones like Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA tomorrow. But right now, I mean, time, I'm a busy man. We drove a long time yesterday, and I got what I could around. The ones we did last night was Anomaly with a Zero, Drew Hernandez, and KTLA5. We want to try to get the local media involved so that they can awaken their own people. Again, I'm from Ohio. I'm not a constituent of California, so we need the 40 million people in California to stand up. And again, these mandates, they're going to be impacting everyone that comes into California to work as well. It's not just going to be Californians, so we need everybody to get involved and make sure that the 40 million people in California, we want each and every of the 40 million people to know that they're trying to make it so 12-year-olds can get a vaccine without their parents' knowledge or consent. 12-year-olds without their parents' knowledge or consent. It's evil. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It needs to stop. It cannot be passed into law, and neither can any of these other bills. And we need to hold these politicians accountable. Out of the 40 reps in California, 32 of them are Democrats. Out of the 40 reps in California, 32 of them are Democrats. And we've already seen them pass. I mean, look, the Daily Wire moved out of California because of the legislation they like to pass. The Joe Rogan did, and there was somebody else. I keep forgetting him. There's somebody else that moved out of California. Let me know in the comments if you can pick up the slack there. It's still early. Like I said, I started with tea, not coffee. So we really need California to stand up. One Watchman says, thank you so much for all you are doing. He also suggests I take a few days to refresh and reboot. No thank you on that one. I appreciate the comment, though. The time is now. We need to be contacting all of these outlets, getting them involved. Everyone at home, please get involved yourselves. Join the fight. Clock in. Put those hammers in my chat if you're ready to go to work and that you have clocked in and contacted these people. Let me know that you've done that, and let everybody else in my chat know that you've done that as well, and hype them up, get them amped up to be putting hammers in the chat. If you can't find the hammer, just type in hammers. Just type in hammers. I don't care, as long as I know that you're clocking in and you're putting the hammer down on these local media outlets. No, Ben Shapiro. Look, the Daily Wire is the ones that hired Alliance Defending Freedom that took the Executive Order 14042 to the Supreme Court. So Ben Shapiro at the Daily Wire is fine. He left California because of the evil legislation that they like to pass. He's not on board with it. So, Daily Wire should be one of the next people on our list, to be completely honest. I really enjoy Matt Walsh and Mr. Ben Shapiro himself, to be completely honest. So we got more hammers in the chat. We're getting more and more and more and more hammers in the chat. That's beautiful. Please share this video. I can't do it all morning. So if you guys think that this is a great idea and you're getting involved yourself and you think other people should be getting involved and helping spread this message, please share this video. The more people we can get involved, the better. Again, let's look at Joe Rogan's. He's got 8.5 million on his Twitter and he's got 7.1 million on his Facebook. If you combine both of those and you merge them together, that would be what? 15.6 million people. There's 40 million people in California. 15.1 or was it 15.6 or something? Yeah, 15.6. We've got a lot of people to wake up. We've got a lot of people to wake up. So, like I said before, even if the 8.5 million and the 7.1 million people was all different people, right? Completely different people. And you add them together to get that 15.1 or 0.6, you would still not equal or come close to the 40 million people population of California. So we have a lot of people to awaken. So please help me do that. The website floating across Joe Rogan's site right here will take you directly to this screen. Please type in rayglasgow@gmail.com if you would like Joe Rogan to interview me. Again, we'll highlight something else. We are going to the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th to try to stop these mandates right here. But when we get back to DC, there is the United Nurses March on May 12th. So stay tuned for that. We'll give you a little sneak peek of that. We kind of touched base before on that, but I've still got that screen up, so I'll share it with you. Again, please share this video to anybody that might not be tuning in at the moment that you think would be willing to join the fight from home. Let them know that the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally and that Alex Glasgow wants to have the conversation with them or an interview with them about the People's Convoy and what our goals are and how my experience has been over the last month and some change. We got to stop these mandates from going into law. That's the goal. We have to do this. We have to do this. Like, there's no other option. Do or die. If California passes this stuff, they're a conduit state, and these other blue and purple states are going to try to follow suit. We've all seen them follow suit with the vaccine mandates and the mask mandates already, and we know what's going to happen with these ones as well. All right. Don't kid yourself. And look, don't think that other people are going to step up and do the job for you. Okay, you need to get involved, and you need to go to work. Put those hammers in my chat if you have gone to work. Get me amped up. Let me know that you've contacted some of these outlets. And, we're out here raising awareness. That's the goal, is to raise awareness. So if you guys are helping raise that awareness from home and you want to get involved and join the fight from home, and you think that getting the local media involved in and around Los Angeles, California is a good idea to help awaken their 40 million population out of the 330 in our nation, then please put those hammers down on the local media. Contact them on their Facebooks, their Twitters, call them, leave messages, contact them. Drew Hernandez, we've got Anomaly with a 0. This legendary.vision/contact will take you directly to an email link on Anomaly's website. We've got Infowars right here with their number. Call them, let them know that Alex Glasgow wants to have a chat with them about the People's Convoy and that we are going to be in LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally on April 10th. Number right there, 877-789-2539. We're also contacting Joe Rogan. www.joerogan.com/contact will take you to this screen. Type in raidglasgow@gmail.com for the email address. And again, real quick, if you need like a little template of what you should be saying or what I would recommend, or my recommendation is for you to like take something like this and make it a little bit anecdotal. Don't be like copy pasting. Obviously I didn't give you guys an option to copy paste this, so this is just like a template. This is just like a reference. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it on this screen for a minute. I'm gonna go use the restroom, and hopefully when I come back, I've got just a bunch. Actually, I'm gonna even take my other phone with me, and I'm gonna be putting hammers in my chat too. But please share. Sharing is caring. Share this actual video on your social medias and stuff too. Help get the word out. Help get other people involved from home, and get other people at home involved in the fight, and getting the media involved and making them do their job, and bringing as much coverage to these mandates in California and the People's Convoy as possible. Thank you very much. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave this up here, and everyone in my chat, if there's new people coming in and asking what's going on, just tell them to scroll the play bar back and watch some of the other contact information. But I'm gonna leave this up here for a minute so you guys can write this down, contact your representative. I'm sure we've got people that are off of my stream right now that are putting the hammers down and contacting these outlets. So I'm going to leave this up here for a little while. If I start talking again, I'll probably end up switching the screen, and I don't think that's enough time for people to really get the point across. So I'm going to leave this up. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to go use the restroom and grab some more to drink, and I'll see y'all in a minute. Yeah, baby. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay. So if anybody comes in the chat, you know what? Real quick, I'll go through them one more time. The ones we're contacting is LA Times, Joe Rogan, Infowars, Anomaly with a 0, Drew Hernandez, and KTLA5. We're going to be trying to raise awareness to these mandates they're trying to pass into law, these very evil mandates. So I'm going to leave it on the blast reasoning, so you guys have my email up there. And again, this is just like a template on what I would, people ask, what do we say? What do we say? What do you say? Well, just let them know that, we're trying to raise awareness. I would like to have a conversation with them or an interview, and let them know that the People's Convoy is going to be in LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally. Make sure I got my key things. I'll run out to the car real quick. flip-flops are flopping on back to the laptop. My flip-flops are flopping on back to the laptop. Okay. Break time is over. We took our 10 minutes. Oops. California stand up. Look, we're contacting these individuals. We took a little break to let people catch up. I know it can be a little time consuming for this contact stuff to happen. You can't just click and make stuff happen. You gotta type and call and get on your social medias and all that. It takes a little bit of time. So we took a little bit of a break while giving you guys the blast reasoning for today's Media Blast podcast round 2. And anybody that's just tuning in, we're looking on latimes.com/opinion/submit letter to the editor. You can call them at 213-237-5000. That is 213-237-5000. And the the website that is floating across the top there will take you directly to the submit a letter to the editor. And if you scroll down on this page, you'll see this. It will give like an email option and stuff like that. Go ahead and put it in rayglasgow@gmail.com. Let them know that we want to have open dialogue and we want to spread awareness about this evil legislation in California that they're trying to pass into law. And again, California is a conduit state, and anything that happens in California is likely or more likely to happen in these other blue and purple states. So please get to work from home. Put those hammers in my chat. Let me know that you've gone to work. Amp me up. It's still early. My back's a little sore still. Seriously, like I'm probably gonna go hit up the hot tub before we go back to the Convoy's location. We were at the hotel. I had a really good talk with Trucker G last night. Hopefully, maybe we can get him on board with some of this Media Blast podcast type style stuff in the future, or at least get a shout out from him on what we're doing and trying to make history over here at this channel with Alex Glasgow, baby. Let's go. Let freedom reign, baby. Let them know that there's weather rolling in. Let them know there's a rainstorm coming and freedom is about to reign. That is...
We are the storm.
We are the storm. Lori's awake, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna put the text in here for what I actually say when I'm saying this. A lot of people get it wrong. Let freedom reign, baby. That's REIGN. And we're going to go ahead and put that right here. And we're going to change the color so you guys can see it better. We'll make it green. How about green? Dark green? Dark green probably is better. Let freedom reign? No. How about lime green? Let freedom reign, baby. Let's go. Hashtag free George. That's a streamer in Ottawa, again, for anybody that doesn't know. And today we are doing a Media Blast podcast. We're trying to get the local media in and around Los Angeles, California, to get aware of the legislation they're trying to pass into law. For anybody that doesn't know, you can pause the screen and reread those if you'd like. There's also another list at the peoplesconvoy.org. What? Why can Safari not open the page? Did I spell it wrong? No, what the heck? There we go. So here's another list of them. Let people get the time they need to contact these people, type the emails, type the phone numbers, look them up on social media. We're just being patient here. Patience is a virtue. Again, this battle is just beginning. We've only been at this battle for a month. You know, wars are not not waged and completed in a month. Okay, and this war is actually, I mean, if you want to get technical, this war has kind of been going on for 2.5 years. The domestic terrorism on the American people and the terrorism on people across the world, the breaking and entering of our bodies, because our bodies are our most sacred home. The first thing we own in this world is our bodies. And when people are penetrating our bodies against our will, that is medical rape, and that is breaking and entering and into our most sacred home, which is our bodies. So this battle is just beginning. Stay patient, y'all. Again, we're giving people time to catch up. Let them get to the contact information that they need to get to, and contact these individuals on their social medias, their emails, their phone lines, and get them involved. Again, if they don't know we're coming to LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally, then they're not going to come. Or if they don't know that we want to have a conversation with them specifically, then it's probably not going to happen specifically. And again, huge shout out to Fry TV Now, who has inspired me in his deep fry efforts to boost new channels, to take that that wow factor and that force and numbers factor to like really bring it to someone's attention that, hey, we are here and we want to talk to you, type of deal. You know, again, because if one person was putting French fries in my chat, I'd probably be like, oh, they're eating French fries. But if 1,000 people or 100 people or whatever are putting this message out there, then it's more likely to be heard. It's more likely to be taken seriously. And this is in a way for everyone at home that wants to join the fight to go ahead and dive deep right into the front lines and get involved. So if you think this is a good idea, getting the local media in and around Los Angeles aware of what's going on. Somebody in my chat earlier reached out to KTLA5, I think it was, and they had no idea what was going on with the legislation that they're trying to pass in California. So I think that was Trish. Huge shout out to Trish. She said that she talked to somebody at KTLA5 and they had no idea about this legislation that they're trying to make law, and it's in their state, and they're a media outlet. They're not doing their jobs. We have to blast this media. We have to get them aware, and because I've been traveling across the country and people still don't know what we've been doing. We've been outside of DC for a month. We've been Canada has been in Ottawa for a month, and people still don't even know. I had a interview with the Big Spring Police. Their mayor gave us access to the Air Force Base to stay overnight outside of Big Spring there. And I talked to the local Big Spring Police, and they thought they thought the People's Convoy was the convoy that was outside of Ottawa. That's how uninformed these people are. Okay, so if you think that the people should be aware of this and that they already know, you're probably wrong. Okay, and if you think that people are going to do this job for you, you're probably wrong. So we need everyone at home to stand up and deep fry these media outlets today. And yesterday we've been working on KTLA5. We've been working on, oops, wrong button. We have been working on Drew Hernandez, Anomaly with a 0 at Legendary Energy. We've been working on Infowars, The War Room with Owen Schroyer, or even the Alex Jones Show, whichever one's clever, and Joe Rogan. Again, thank you earlier. You know, Joe Rogan moved out of California because of the legislation they've passed into law in the past. The Daily Wire has moved out of California due to legislation, and Elon Musk. So those are three huge names that have moved out of California because of the legislation they like to pass into law. So we need Californians to stand up, all 40 million of them, and get involved, get them aware, and let them know that they're the ones that need to hold the California representative, the elected officials, accountable. Again, most people, there probably is some California constituents in my chat, but a lot of people that watch are from all over the country or all over the world. And even if you're not in this country, you could still contact these media outlets and say, hey, look, these people want to have a conversation with you. All right, so do your job. Let me see here.
Nobody's gonna save you. It's time to save yourself.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Thank you, Lori. Nobody's gonna save you. You need to save yourself. That's Lori's thing. case nobody heard that. Oh, Mark, looks like we've got a message here. We'll wait on that. Mark. If it happens, it happens. I'll have to look more into that. I'm not going to announce that unless I know it's factual. Good morning from Indiana. How many streamers do you think it would be required so that every person in North America has access to the Convoy message directly? It's funny you mentioned streamers, because a lot of the streamers out here, I mean, the most following somebody has out here is probably like 130K, maybe 140K. And again, Joe Rogan has 8.5 million followers and on Twitter, and 7.1 followers on Facebook. And if you merge those together, and let's just say that both of those, like the 805 or the 8.5 million on his Twitter, is completely different people than the ones that subscribe to his Facebook. Let's say those are completely different people. Let's say we have 15.6 million people that we potentially have an audience with if Joe Rogan were to host us. There is 40 million people in California. Doesn't even reach the 50% mark of California as far as Joe Rogan's audience. But the more people that we have spreading the awareness, the better. So we need to get the media involved, and there's a lot of people that don't know what's going on. Again, Trish told me that she contacted KTLA5 and that she spoke with someone there and had no idea that these mandates are trying to get passed into law. So we need to be raising awareness. That's the biggest thing. Time is of the essence. I don't know if my chat's being glitchy here and there or my video is, but there's no time for perfection. The time is now. The Defeat the Mandates rally is literally 2 days away. We got to get to work. Put those hammers in my chat. Let me know you've gone to work. Let me know you've clocked in. Let me know you contacted the media. We've had people contacting media that I haven't been highlighting on my stream here today. That's okay too. If you have somebody else in mind that you think would be worthy of reaching out to, we're looking for more of the like-minded media, but I am not afraid to reach out and contact some of these more progressive outlets and put myself out on a limb. We do not want to be an echo chamber. So even if you have some like lefty outlets that you think that would be willing to speak with me, how about Impulsive? Where's Impulsive located at? Where's Impulsive located at? Salty Cracker? I've heard a lot about him. But we don't want to be an echo chamber. So I'm not afraid to contact some of these more progressive outlets. I'm gonna look up Impulsive. Where is Impulsive Studios located? Mr. Logan Paul. I do like Logan Paul. I don't like one of his co-hosts though. What? Oh no, that's Impulse Studios. That's not the one I was. No, come on. Where is Logan Paul located at? Wouldn't surprise me if it's California, to be completely honest. Yo, Logan Paul. Logan Paul is from Los Angeles. Look at that. He's from Los Angeles. My name's Alexander. His middle name's Alexander. Let's get Logan Paul involved. Let's see if I can have a chat with Logan Paul. We're around the same age, right? Let's try to bridge that gap to that younger generation. You know what? Let's go to the screen share. And let's look up Logan Paul's contact information. He's got 20 million people on his Instagram. He's got 23 million on his YouTube. That actually kind of blows Joe Rogan's numbers out of the water. Actually, I don't know how many. You know what? Let's go to just for science real quick. Let's see how many. Oops. Let's go to Joe Rogan's YouTube. Yeah. Logan Paul is blowing Mr. Joe Rogan out of the water. So let's go ahead and contact Mr. Logan Paul. Let's bridge that younger generation here. Oh look. Get in touch. So look, hold on. Literally all you have to do is go to loganpaul.com and scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll have an option to send him a message. Let's tag him up on all of his socials and get him involved. Let him know what's going on. He does do a podcast, and he's from Los Angeles. So let's contact Logan Paul on his social media handles. He's got a total reach of 61.1 million. That's amazing. I don't know what SVU is, but yeah, let's try to get Logan Paul involved. Let's try to bridge that gap to the younger generation. I want everybody to stop what they're doing and reach out to Logan Paul. Reach out to Logan Paul on his Twitter, his Facebook, his Instagram, his YouTube, and his Twitter, or his Snapchat. My bad. So yeah, his Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Let's reach out to Mr. Logan Paul, the man, the myth, the legend, and let's get him involved. He's been doing some really good work with his podcasting, and let's see if Mr. Alex Glasgow can get into the Logan Paul studio. That'd be neat. Uh-oh, here comes the spammers. We're doing things right. Here comes the spammers because we're doing big things. We're making waves here. So again, we're contacting Logan Paul right now. Logan Paul. If you go to loganpaul.com, I'll put that. I'm gonna put that in. Yo, what about James O'Keefe, Project Veritas? That's actually a really good idea, Teresa. But again, we do not want to be a echo chamber. So we're trying to reach out and step out on a limb and try to blast some of these more liberal and progressive outlets as well. Right now, we are going to loganpaul.com. You can scroll all the way down and send him a direct message, or you can tag him on all of his socials. Look up Logan Paul on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat, and blast Mr. Logan Paul. Make sure that he hears our message, please and thank you. Again, he has 66.1 million reach. When we were talking about Joe Rogan and his reach, he's got 12.2 million on his YouTube. Logan Paul's got him almost doubled. Not gonna lie, it's because he makes really fun content, and it's kind of like food. Everyone eats food, and what Logan Paul is kind of specializing in is or has been for a while is laughs, and everybody likes to laugh. Everybody likes food, and so you get that common ground. So let's reach out to Logan Paul and get Logan Paul involved. He is from Los Angeles. Please reach out to Logan Paul. His reach he has a huge audience. If we could get him to highlight these mandates in California, or get an interview with him on the People's Convoy and why we're convoying across the country. And Keith B, thank you for that information. Keith B, thank you for that information on Glenn Beck and the Blaze TV network. Yes, I've actually got them on my radar. But we do not want to be an echo chamber. We're trying to reach out to some of these more liberal and progressive networks and try to get them involved. Again, Logan Paul is from Los Angeles. So It looks like he's from he's living in Puerto Rico. Maybe he's got a house in Los Angeles as well. But he is from Los Angeles, and that's where we're going to be going for the defeat. Yeah. Defeat the Mandates rally in LA. So if we get Logan Paul from Los Angeles to get involved with the Defeat the Mandates rally and help spread the awareness to his audience and help bridge that gap to that gap to the younger generation. Excuse you, Lori. I cough all the time, but you gotta be courteous, you know. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. So Logan Paul has 61.1 million total audience between these 5 platforms that he has on his website. And again, if you go to loganpaul.com and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you have an option to contact them directly. Oops. Right here. And we'll try to get that younger generation involved. So contact Logan Paul on all of his socials, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Again, if the more people we have messaging these people, the more likely our message is to be heard, and the more likely it will be taken seriously, and the more awareness we can spread. And we're trying to get everybody at home involved. Let Logan Paul let him know that Alex Glasgow wants to have an interview with him. Let him know that these mandates are evil. Let him send him screenshots of the mandates that they're trying to pass into law. Let him know that People's Convoy is coming to his hometown to spread awareness about these mandates. And let's try to bridge that gap. It's like this right now. We need to bridge that gap, baby. And let them know that the People's Convoy wants to have a conversation, or that Alex Glasgow wants to have a conversation, baby. Let's go. And shout out to Fry TV now for restreaming this. Shout out to anybody else that is putting in work and putting the hammers in my chat, letting me know that you've already contacted a lot of these outlets. Right now, we are focusing on Mr. Logan Paul at loganpaul.com. Okay. So holler at Logan Paul. He's got a podcast called Impulsive, and we'll see if we can get a feature on there, or at least get him talking about it, or get it in his mind. Again, if one person's sending French fries in the chat, we're going to be assuming they're just eating French fries. But if we got 1,000 people sending French fries to Logan Paul, then he's going to know that it's a catering party, and there's a lot of people that want him to get involved. And you know, any streamer out there that's been deep fried before, you know the difference between one French fry emoji and seeing 50 different people putting 50 French fry emojis in your chat at once. So get in touch with Logan Paul at loganpaul.com. Send him an email at the bottom of his website. Put in my email, put in your name, and then just, you know, put in my email. So we're going to be, so he can get in contact with me and get an interview going, so we can help raise that awareness. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to stretch a little bit, wake my butt up. LoganPaul.com. He's got a huge audience. And not only that, but a lot of his audience is younger. We got to get the younger people involved. So please reach out to loganpaul.com. Scroll down to the bottom, send him an email, tag him up on all of his socials. Let him know that Alex Glasgow wants to have a conversation. That's GLASGOW. Let him know that the People's Convoy is coming to the Defeat the Mandates rally in LA on April 10th. My birthday was the 5th. I was hoping to get in LA before my birthday, but that's okay. We're gonna be there regardless, and it's still gonna be amazing. Kim A, thank you for putting that in the chat. Always bringing substance. I appreciate it. Shannon, that's some interesting font you have in my chat. Please don't spam, Shannon. Please don't spam. We got Wes Trotman in the chat. Thank you for joining the team. Welcome to the Alex Army. Right now we are trying to get Logan Paul aware. This Media Blast podcast is honing in and laser focusing on Logan Paul at the moment. He's got a total reach of 61.1 million people. That is actually much larger than Joe Rogan's. And he is from Los Angeles. Okay? He's from Los Angeles, so he knows a little bit about the city. He's got a huge following there, I'm sure. We're going to LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally. And let's get Logan Paul involved at loganpaul.com. And you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you can email them right there. Put in raidglasgow@gmail.com so that they're going to be messaging me or knowing that that's who they need to contact to get an interview with me. Also let them know that the People's Convoy is going to be in LA on the 10th for the Defeat the Mandates rally. If anybody's just tuning in and doesn't really know what's going on, please put some question marks in the chat so I know I need to reiterate exactly what we're doing here. And then if anybody has already contacted all of these outlets, whether it be Logan Paul, whether it be Joe Rogan, excuse me, the People's Convoy is coming to LA for the Defeat the Mandates rally. So, if you have contacted people such as KTLA5, thank you. If you have contacted Drew Hernandez, thank you. If you've contacted Anomaly, well, thank you again. We're looking at Infowars, 877-789-2539. If you've contacted Joe Rogan, thank you. And LA Times. Those are the ones that we've been kind of focusing on right now today, but we also want to get a hold of Mr. Logan Paul. Let's go back to the screen share there and pull this up. LoganPaul.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom. He is from LA. Let's get everybody on that blast train here. Here's the blast reasoning if you'd like to have a little bit of a template on what you should be saying when you contact these media outlets. Okay, Miss Creatively, thank you so much. Yeah, let's try to get Logan Paul on board. We have to bridge that gap to the younger generation. So if we can get Logan Paul on board, that would be worth it. Like, I don't even care if I had an interview with anybody else. If we could get Logan Paul and try to bridge that gap to the younger generation, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Here's a little template on what I would kind of say. Russell Brand is hiring. Yeah, Russell Brand is doing a really good job. I do like Russell Brand. Right now, I kind of feel like my place is with the Convoy and covering it and holding accountability out here. But huge shout out to Russell Brand. I mean, if you guys want to, if you want to blast if you want to blast Russell Brand, or if Joe Rogan wants me to fly to his studio, or Impulsive or Logan Paul wants me to fly to his studio, then that's gonna be the move. That's gonna be the move, and then we'll link it back up with the Convoy when we're done. So huge shout out to everybody putting in work from home, putting those hammers down, putting those hammers in my chat. Let me know that you've done work. Let's get to work, baby. Let's let freedom reign. Let them know there's a rainstorm coming. Let them know there's a rainstorm coming. It's about to rain freedom, baby. So right now we're focusing on contacting all these media outlets, letting them know, all the local media outlets, let them know about this legislation that they're trying to pass in California. We focus on KTLA5 for anybody that's just joining in. We focused on KTLA5 phone number right there. Go ahead and pause this if you need this information. We're looking at Drew Hernandez, Anomaly with a 0, Infowars, number right there on the screen. Go ahead and pause that if you need that. We're looking at Joe Rogan /contact. Looking at LA Times, and then also the major one right now, and I'm surprised I just thought of this, but I didn't know that Logan Paul was from Los Angeles. Logan Paul is from Los Angeles. He stated the high taxes in California was the main motivator to move. So that's interesting. So he knows that California is effed up, and let him know that there's a Defeat the Mandates rally in Los Angeles, and that Alex Glasgow wants to have a chat with him. You can go to loganpaul.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can directly email them via their website. Put in raidglasgow@gmail.com so they're contacting me for an interview, and let them know that the People's Convoy is coming to something to that effect. I'm literally I put Alex as like a third party. Capitalize P, capitalize the parents without their parents' consent or knowledge. Couple exclamation marks, and then add in, what was it? Misinformation, etc. Misinformation, deputizing. I don't know if that's the right way to spell that. Deputizing? Is that how that's spelled? Oh, I did spell it right. Okay. Deputizing medical boards. Send message. Did it go through? Why is it not like loading or whatever? I feel like it's not going. I can hear your vape on my... Yeah, I'm telling you, this thing's sensitive. When I was taking a pee earlier, they could probably hear the water.
Didn't hear me farting over here, did you?
I haven't heard that yet.
Oh. Well, when I cough, is it bad?
Yeah.
I'll put it in the pillow.
That's what I do sometimes.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just letting you know. It's just kind of funny that I can hear you.
It really picks up a lot.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Part of it's the gain, but you can turn the gain down and it's still gonna pick it up. Why is this not going through? I don't know why it's... I feel like... Did it go? I don't know. So help me out, guys. I don't know if this is glitching or what, but... For some reason, it's not... going through.
Well, while you're just doing that, Alex, did I tell you that I'm from Indiana, and that our Indiana governor won't stop our state of emergency? He has 3 requirements. And I don't remember what the first 2 were, because... the third one was the one that really stuck with me. It was the giving, we have to keep promoting the kids get 5 to 11 getting vaccinations in order to stop our Indiana state of emergency.
He said you got in Indiana, they're making you support 5 to 11-year-olds getting vaccinated.
In order to stop the state of emergency, we have to support. Continue, yeah.
And you know, kids are like the least susceptible to dying to this virus.
Yeah. But we have to keep pushing those vaccines on the kids in order to just stop our state of emergency.
I feel like there's a larger agenda at play here.
It is, and our House and our Senate in Indiana are refusing to come in and just stop it, go over his head and stop it. They won't do it.
Yeah, we need everybody to stand up, and we need everybody to aware of what they're trying to do. Did you guys hear that? In Indiana, they're trying to make it, in order for the governor to support ending the state of emergency, he wants everybody to approve 5 to 11-year-olds to get vaccinated, mandatory.
Not mandatory, that we keep promoting.
Oh.
He didn't say mandatory, but that we keep promoting the vaccinations
to the
for 5 to 11s. Yeah.
Why the 5 to 11-year-olds? It just makes no sense.
It doesn't.
I mean,
the least affected.
You could argue, yeah, schools, and then the transmission in schools getting to the homes. But, I mean, listen, if this vaccine only protects yourself and you've already got vaccinated, and you're an adult and that's what you chose to do, then you're doing what you think is best to protect yourself.
Well, there's a push right now.
Oh, I know.
In our schools to take away the parents' rights in all areas, to have the government be mommy and daddy for your children. Yep. And it goes with other things too. I told you I'm fighting for like the sexualization of children in the schools and stuff. Yep. But there's also the shots, the jab and the mask and everything. And what we have found is that the government is trying to take your place. If you don't do parent the way they want you to parent, then we'll take over.
Yeah, no.
And that's not right. Without your permission.
Yeah.
Behind your back.
Yeah. Yeah. Without your consent or knowledge.
Yeah, and we talk about why we're going to California. I remember that in California, hearing, a ways back now when the vaccines first started, coming in, a mother getting her child, she wasn't able to see her child anymore. The state took her child away in California because she herself wouldn't get vaxxed. They literally would not let her even have her kid because
she wouldn't get vaxxed.
She wouldn't get vaxxed, and that was just it was a judge that did it. In a case where the dad was coming for, it was like a child support case or something, and the judge just inserted himself in and said, "Oh, are you vaccinated? Oh, you're not. Too bad then." That scared me because California just goes right to us.
All the other blue and purple states, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say there is good news on the horizon.
Good.
A judge just released or found a January 6th protester not guilty. Finally.
Oh, wow.
saying that he agrees that, yeah, they got let in. I mentioned that this morning. Do you
Yes.
remember that? Yeah. So that's good news. At least some of these judges are standing up for what's right, you know. But the ones in Indiana are apparently not very good.
No. And we have a Republican governor.
Wow.
It's a Republican doing that.
Wow. There's a rhino, huh?
Well, that's why I say it's both parties are...
We need to rip his horn off and shove it up his, you know what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Freaking rhinos, man.
Well, but then people say, well, then vote them out.
Yeah, well.
But you can't vote them out when they steal your vote before you even get to the primary. So,
yeah, that's why everyone needs to look into their reps.
Yep. Check their voting record. We had, my rep in the House, Indiana House, is Joanna King. And I actually saw where somebody was putting out information saying, oh, she's voting for, like, she's one of the ones that is trying to save your medical freedoms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That woman, the things that she tried to pass and that she has actually voted on, no, she's not. At all. And so we have to be very, very educated voters.
Mm.
Look at how they vote. That will tell you.
Yeah, look into their
and look at the actual bills that they're voting on.
And not only that, but looking into their personal past. Do they have domestic violence charges? Do they have, drug charges? Do they have anything in their past that might be a red flag?
Yeah.
Do they have any types of, malicious act? Anything?
Yep.
Like let's say they got DUIs in the past or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, just anything you can kind of put those pieces together and make judgment on, and as well as their voting records and stuff like that, like taking it all into account, right? Looking at the person as a whole, where they stand morally and ethically. So
how much do you think that matters, the person themselves versus how they are as a politician? They're voting.
I think they're equally as important.
Do you? Okay. I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Well, because they could vote good on a couple things, and then next thing you know, they're getting bribed by a bunch of lobbyists, and they're folding like a freaking piece of paper.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they don't have good morals and good ethical standing on solid ground, and they're probably not the person you want to be voting for, or
I can agree on that, definitely. You need somebody who has enough moral character to stand up for what they believe, kind of thing, even in opposition.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
And look at the Democrats too. Like there's some Democrats out there that are doing decent, right? I mean, you have the corrupt people on the Republican side, such as the rhinos, and then you have the majority of the Democratic side being corrupt. But there is a couple people out there that are doing.
Well, I told you that I went to, we had a grassroots candidate from my group that was running, and she had been, our Elkhart County chair wanted to take her out because she was running against his rhino. Well, when I went there, I live streamed it, Alex. It was like 6 hours long.
The speech?
Not just one person. There were so many people there that it took 6 hours. Both Democrat and Republicans were trying to take out any candidate that they couldn't control, anyone that was an establishment.
Wow.
On both sides.
Wow. How long's this live stream been going? Probably not 6 hours.
No, it was 6 hours. I talked to one of the attorneys that's up on the council for voting, the election commission or whatever. And he, during a break, he told me, he said, we've never had this many. This is unprecedented that we have this many people coming to this. And it, that spoke to me, because that means that there are a lot of people trying to run now, grassroots, that are being just totally taken out. They are trying to keep control of their elections because they know how to play in the playground together, the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yeah. But once the voters start getting involved, and the people they work for start getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've talked to some of my reps. We have a couple really good ones that are really fighting hard, and in the GOP, and the actual GOP, they take them in the back and yell at them, scream at them, all kinds of stuff because they won't vote or won't do things right.
Yo, I was telling Trucker G last night, like one of the main reasons why Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he wasn't even aware of this, but he told me a couple things I didn't know about, was it Lyndon B. Johnson or whatever, anyways, I don't want to get into that because I can't intelligently speak on it,
right.
But with the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing, she started putting people on record, and she was asking for a congressional vote, which would call all the Congress members down to vote, regardless of what they were doing, whether they're taking a poop,
right.
a fundraiser, etc., etc. And Nancy Pelosi, this is the moral of the story. Nancy Pelosi came up to her, and she did a podcast with Tim Green, and she said this straight from, this is what quoting Marjorie Taylor Greene here. Nancy Pelosi came up and said, well, Marjorie, people don't like being on record.
Of course they don't, because then we can look at their voting record.
Yeah. So we need to make them do their jobs. The people
but that you're talking about, Pelosi's a Democrat and Marjorie's a Republican. I'm talking about your own party.
Either way.
Either
way. It's just you talk about them pulling people in the back,
right, yeah,
holding them.
Yes.
You know, that's one thing.
Isn't it?
That's what made me think of that.
Yeah. But that's why I say it's not a left or a right thing. Because they're both doing it.
Yeah.
It's establishment versus the rest of us, we the people, versus the establishment, the elite.
The CEOs, which is the American people, are starting to get hip to their employees' bad behavior, and it's time we take some disciplinary action, if you ask me. And part of that action is getting people involved at home to contact people like Logan Paul, and getting Logan Paul involved. He's got a huge social media reach, 61.1 million total between these 5 outlets, between Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. And Logan Paul, again, is from Los Angeles. He stated that he left California due to the high taxes as the main motivator. And yeah, buddy, he does have a podcast called Impulsive, and I would love to get on that. If you guys want to scroll down to his website, let him know that Alex Glasgow would love to be on his podcast, or do an interview with him of some sort. rayglasgow@gmail.com is the email you can put in there, so he can contact me directly, and put your name, and then put my email, and then put whatever type of message you want. You can scroll back. We actually did a little bit of we'll do this one. We did a little bit of a blast reasoning on why we're going to California. Okay, so let me check my chat here. Hopefully everybody is contacting Logan Paul. We want to try to bridge that gap to the younger generation and get them involved. Is my stream glitched? Oh no, it's just because I was talking to you. Okay. Message sent to Logan Paul. Thank you, Mary Schuster. Let's get nice. Wes Trotman also hammered on Logan Paul. Seize the day. I am talking to Lori. And to anybody that doesn't know, we are trying to get the local media outlets in and around California involved and aware of the mandates that they are trying to pass into law in California. These mandates right here. And you can even go to thepeoplesconvoy.org and look at the mandates for yourself on their page and check out any information about the convoy. So we're going to loganpaul.com. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom from the top here, this is the top screen right here. Logan Paul, actor, director, and entertainer. And you scroll all the way down, you can see his total social media reach, which blows Joe Rogan out of the water. And he does have a huge base to the younger generation. So we want to try to bridge that gap to any progressive or younger people that need to know about what's going on in California, and potentially growing roots across this great land of the free. So we need to let freedom reign, baby. Hello, Alex. Much love from Minnesota. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome to the team. It's the Alex Army, baby. Let's go. So we've been doing this for about 2 hours now. What's wrong? What's wrong is the mandates they're trying to make law in California. And right now today we've contacted people such as, actually even last night we contacted KTLA5, we contacted Drew Hernandez. Go ahead and pause these screens if you need any information on them. We contacted Anomaly with a 0 at Legendary Energy. He's got a website, legendary.visions/contact. It's a direct link. That website right there is a direct link to contacting him. We're trying to get a hold of the War Room and Alex Jones at Infowars. We are trying to get a hold of Joe Rogan, who has left California due to the mandates, and he has dealt with the censorship from the big pharma and the government. He has had Robert Malone on his podcast, whose podcast with Joe Rogan got submitted for congressional record. So Joe Rogan knows what's going on, and let's try to get him involved about these mandates that are in California. And we also focused on LA Times. So if anybody wants to put those media on blast, and go ahead and please do so. Put some hammers in the chat. But right now, I really want to hammer on Logan Paul, because Logan Paul has a podcast called Impulsive, and he's kind of doing like current events and stuff like that sometimes, and he's getting a little bit more political by the day, and he's got a huge social media following. And so let's try to bridge that gap to the younger generation. Like, the Republicans are more the older generation. Like, I've got statistics that I could pull up on my YouTube studio. And even if you look at the people that showed up for J6, like the majority of it was like the middle and like the older generations being the Republicans, and like the younger generation is like more like the younger crowd, because they're the more impressionable, in my opinion. So, and they're too busy chasing tail, partying, having fun, and they just don't know anything about politics or what's going on or what the heck legislation even means. So we're going to LA, which is Logan Paul's hometown. He's from Los Angeles. He stated he was leaving California because of high taxes, so he does not like the legislation in California, so that's good. And we're going to his hometown to the rally Defeat the Mandates in Los Angeles that is on April 10th. When you contact him, when you go to loganpaul.com to put him on blast and get him aware of what's going on in his state, scroll all the way down to the bottom, put your actual name. If your name is Trish, put Trish. If your name is Kim, put Kim. If your name is Frank, put Frank. And then put rayglasgow@gmail.com. That way we can get him set up with an email. Put whatever you'd like in there. I do have a little bit of a template if anybody needs that. And with that said, please share this video. Please share this video. Please share this video. Anybody that hasn't tuned in, that needs to tune in or needs to hear this message, please share this video, as well as contacting all of your local media outlets in and around Los Angeles, California, because there's people that are going to be tuning in at different times of the day, and the more people we have putting French fries and umbrellas and American flags and hammers in these media outlets' faces, the more likely they are to receive and hear the message and take it seriously. So thank you so much for all your help. Put those hammers down. Clock in, baby. Let's get to work from home. Let freedom reign. Let freedom reign, baby. Let's go. So we got to stop these mandates. Please help get the media involved. KTLA, all that. Drew Hernandez, Anomaly, Infowars, Joe Rogan, LA Times, and then of course Logan Paul. Again, loganpaul.com. Thank you guys.